The Shibodi Archipelago arc is a great arc that I'm really happy to have experienced, and I want to talk about it, so let's get into the video. First off, this arc had a lot of great / good / enjoyable characters, and yeah. The 11 supernovas is a really fun idea, especially because it just makes the world feel more lived in. Like, there wasn't just one path to get to where they are. There was a bunch of different people that went here, people who are more famous or just as famous as Luffy and the crew, and just seeing everyone else, all the other rookies, was just nice. It was nice. It was something that I didn't think I needed, but just seeing more people who are in a similar-ish situation to Luffy, where they're in the Grand Line, they're making waves, their names getting known, they're doing the gosh darn thing. It was just nice. It was just nice. I will say, I expected there to be more infighting between the captains. Like, there's a lot of ego walking around the island, on the archipelagos. And so I expect there'd be more fighting between them and their crew. That would've been really cool to see, but it didn't happen. So I was a little disappointed in that regard, but I feel like they'll come back. I don't think that these people are, at least not all of them, I don't think they're all done for. I think they're gonna come back in the new world. So hopefully they play more prominent role then, because that'd be really fun to see callbacks. Also, Admiral Kizaru and Silver's Rayleigh, two of the probably best characters in this arc. When Silvers was introduced and we just, like, when he was in the cell, I was like, who is this? I had no idea who he was, right? I thought, oh, that's probably the old man that they're looking for, right? When we found out that one, he was second in command? Second in command? Blew my mind. But seeing his power, seeing just like how capable he is, he's just, I don't even know what to say. I wasn't expecting him to be a former person from Gold Roger's crew, let alone as powerful as he was. And so just seeing that, it was just like oh, this is the old overpowered mentor character. I didn't expect it to be him. I will gladly take him. I was not expecting this. And then Admiral Kizaru, when he came through, when he touched down and started going ham, he wasn't even trying, but when he started fighting everyone, I knew he had the light fruit, whatever fruit he has. He also apparently has the walk fruit, because he was dog walking everyone without even trying. And I was just like, bro, how are they gonna beat him? How are they gonna stop him? How are they gonna beat him, guys? But I was like, maybe they won't come into contact with him. Maybe they'll get away from him and won't have to fight him. I was wrong. I was horribly wrong. And this leads me to my next point. The ending of this arc, it hit different. It hit so different. When they barely won against the Kuma clone, I was like, okay, cool. We can take a rest, we can reset, we can hide. And then Sentomaru showed up with another Kuma clone. I was like, bro, okay. Maybe we can do this. And then Kizaru shows up, bro. I was like, maybe they have a chance. I went from thinking that to like, you know what? How long is One Piece really? Because like, how are they getting out of this? The only reason I had any sort of like hope that they would survive is because there's more episodes in the series. Like, you know, when you're catching up on a show or you're watching a show and you see the crew or you see the main characters get into like a really tense and like they're backed into a corner moment, and the only reason why you have some sort of hope is because there's more episodes. That's literally how I felt. I was like, they couldn't stand up against Sentomaru and the Kuma clone. How are they gonna stand up against this guy? And I just didn't know. I didn't know it was gonna happen. I had no idea it was gonna happen. And then seeing Rayleigh come out of nowhere for the save, I said, we can do it, guys. I said, we're back in this, boys. I said, Straw Hats, we can do this. And he was holding him off too. He didn't come in just like for a surprise save and then get waxed. Nah, he was like, you know what? Like, you was dog walking them, but I'm a different breed. I'm literally built different. Let's go. And so they start splitting up. They start running away. You know, of course, Sentomaru and the Kuma clone are still scary, but at least it seems like there's a way for them to get out. And then the real Kuma shows up. And I'm like, yo, I mentally, I think I paused the show and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a lap. I'm gonna go just do a lap real quick because I'm just not ready for it. How the fact that they're taking care of Kizaru for the most part, he's occupied at least. They can't stand up against Sentomaru and the clone, let alone the real Kuma. When I tell you, I just didn't know what to do. And just seeing the Straw Hats' desperation, it hit different. I don't think I've seen the Straw Hats this desperate in a while. Like, yeah, on Thriller Bark, they were pretty desperate, but this is different. This is like everyone like, no, like we're already fatigued. We're already outmatched. We can't do anything. We're throwing everything at the wall. We're throwing anything at the wall and hoping and praying something sticks. That desperation was just, was so palpable. I felt desperate and I wasn't even in the fight. And then Kuma, he started sending away the Straw Hats. He started sending them away one by one. And I didn't think they had died and they were being away. But it still hurt. Each poof was like a little crack in the heart. Like it just hit. It's like, until the very last member of the crew was sent away. And just seeing Luffy's reaction, seeing him just on his knees crying about his own weakness and his own frustration, that shattered. That hit. It was such mixed feelings, because like in the moment I was like seeing the desperation and pain on Luffy and just everyone else just like being separated. It hurt, but also seeing the power gap between where the crew was. And again, I think they were probably the strongest crew out of all 11 supernovas up until this point. And just how big a gap there was between them and like Sentomaru, not even the Admiral, but like Sentomaru and the Kuma clones. It was like, yo, yeah, they need to get stronger. They can't step in the new world. At least I don't think they could right now, because they would get obliterated, you know? And so I know it was necessary, but like it still just, it hurt. It was such a sad scene. All in all, I think this arc was really great. I mean, coming from Thriller Bark, I think this is definitely a like this was a great arc. I was on the edge of my seat. It was a roller coaster of emotions. I very much enjoyed this arc. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. How do you feel about this arc? Where does it rank in your top One Piece arcs? You know, let me know your thoughts, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, with all that being said, if you haven't seen my Thriller Bark review, I'm gonna put it on the screen right now, whichever side it goes on. And then when I do the review for Amazon Lily, because that's gonna be coming out hopefully next week, but we'll see. That'll be on here as well. With all that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. I've also been Wheat. I forgot to include that. I've also been Wheat. I'll catch you all next time. There we go. That's the outro. That's the outro. Bye. See ya.